Oh, you're going to want a beverage for this one. We got Tyler Gross, the Northman. We got Vince Tracy, the Mercenary. It's like a title to a movie. The Northman meets the Mercenary. What will happen when the lights go down and the slapping starts slapping? Anyway, grab a beverage, folks. Sit down, listen, take a gander, enjoy it all. Are you ready for Power Slap 14 yet? Huh? Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, you better be. And if not, hopefully this gets you in the mood. Everybody, give it up. 3, 2, 1. That's a knockout.
3, 2, 1, yeah, that's a knockout. They call me kamikaze, put you in heaven's lobby. All gas, no brakes, you can never stop me. Nah, no, you can never stop me. Yeah, cause I'm the power slap king.
Slap some, baby! Okay, cool. Yeah, let's shoot, man. Let's do it. Tyler, you ready?
Let's get it.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Son. We got the man in the building. He's the Northman. He's the guy with the beard. He's the guy with the shades. This is not ZZ Top, friends. This is a power slapper, son. Everybody give it up for the man who's striking next weekend, Power Slap 14, Tyler the Northman Grossman.
How we doing, Joe? How we doing?
Good. Hey, the world's not ready for this. Fam, if you had any idea how many times we tried to pull this off, the podcast world's about to explode. That's what I know.
What is it, 4 or 5? Yeah, man. Run and rerun. That's been the tell of the tape.
Yeah, 100%. Well, hey, dude, we should probably, I mean, if you're cool with it, we should probably show off the fresh cut. If you can lift the hat, see the streamline.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, shoot, got that. Everybody, we got the man in the building going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Once upon a time, we were talking about shaving that beard. I'm glad I didn't come to that.
Man, I was stressing, and it's just like, you've got your Turpin characters, you've got your guys that are like the beards that ride on it, and then you've got guys that are skilled in their craft, and they understand that once a target's acquired, I mean, I'll give you all I can. I'll tie it up just as tight as we can tie it, man. I'm a competitor and I'm a man. I'm not trying to hide anything from you. I've had this longer than we've been throwing slaps, boys, so try to keep what I can.
No, amen to that. And I mean, look, as far as I know, no one was really against braiding down the beards or anything. So I don't know. I think it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, my whole thing is, once again, it just comes back to the root of competition. If I'm going out and I'm fluffing, because like I could be much broader on the beard. I'm not trying to hide anything. I use oils and I slick everything down as much as I can. When I'm hitting the stage, this is just a part of my face. It's not a utility by any means.
No, I would agree. And look, the beards bring some personality to the game as well, so you can't hate on that,
Yes, sir.
So, dude, let's tell everyone who we going against.
It's going to be the Mercenary and the Northman. So we've got a tactician versus a berserker, but this is a berserker that does his homework, so we'll see how it goes.
Dude, congratulations. That's awesome. And we're doing it on U.S. soil, baby.
And the U.S. with, not to call any opponent prior to unworthy, but obviously it's not an unworthy opponent, but me and Rod start out, bit of turbulence there. Then he and I pan out. And then obviously me and Sean until after the fight. And then even some after the fight, so it's kind of different with Vince because, I mean, like, I stayed in the house with this guy all the way through, respectful, cut weight with him, hawk tactic with him, so it's like he and I seen this match coming almost 2 years ago now, so whenever Vince Tracy was the name that hit me, it was no surprise. I knew that this was, for lack of a better term, a stepping stone, and I hope that he doesn't take any offense, but he knows what I mean. He looks to take me out just the same as I do him, so it's just another rung on the ladder, but thankfully a rung on the ladder that I can look at fondly. I respect Vince.
Yeah, no, dude, absolutely, no doubt. I mean, the sport's weird in that aspect. A lot of guys don't really have any shade or hate. I mean, some do because that's the fight game, but for the most part, everyone's just like, hey, man, love you, brother, but I'm going to have to hurt you now.
Yeah. But not to just bring it up, we're like, get a ball rolling. But there's starting to be some actual beef going around this place. You know, we've got my brother Pono and Wes at each other's throats. There's some real beef in the rumblings. That's a fact.
Oh, dude, I was so literally, man, all day today, whether it was on camera or off camera. In fact, you know what? I can say this because this was on camera. I was talking with Nate right before, and the sport, for lack of a better term, this last card over, in Las Vegas, we had sweet talks. Everyone came through that could. We had a good time. But, bro, Tyler, the sport is becoming a thing.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
I don't know, dude. I don't know how a better way to describe it, but like Wes's name was brought up a bunch. Damien's name was brought up a bunch. Like, it's becoming a thing, dude.
The beast is awakened, man. I mean, you can only keep the genie in the bottle for so long. You know, Pandora's box is cracked. People are catching on. This is violent. There's people out here like myself, like Vince, like Pono, like Wes, people that are putting in the hours, putting in the time. And it's time that won't be taken lightly moving forward. There's been a lot of guys, and I won't give names, but we've had a lot of off the couch guys make it too far in this sport, including in my division. So we're coming to show that off the couch doesn't work anymore. We're coming to show that if you're not putting in the hours, putting in the work, and showing the fuck up, that it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, man. No, that's facts. I mean, they had to do what they had to do, right? But man, it's crazy. Just over this last weekend, it's like, oh shit. Dude, you said it perfectly. The genie's out of the bottle, man. I mean, you're talking from the feeling in the interviews to the card itself. And then, bro, we went to a UFC watch party with a bunch of the people, right? And Full Scope Management, shout out, they put it on. But dude, when they cut the promo for Power Slap 14 during the pay-per-view, everybody lost their minds, man. It's coming.
That's what's up. That's where it's at, and I've been so fortunate, right? Like, I don't know if Power Slaps, like, we know we got something with this guy. We just got to line up the stars, but I got to be, whether it be undercard or not, I was on the biggest card to date for the sport, being Power Slap 11, got to open up the night fantastically. And it's like, then 14 is known as now like the largest, the most stacked card, and I get to be a part of that too. So it's monumental to me. These aren't small victories.
No, absolutely. And it's in a different location, so the energy is going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be, Vegas is awesome. Don't get me wrong. We'll keep going to Vegas and having a good time, but just the fact that, okay, another city is branched out. They've made another deal with another casino, so we're going back there, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Nothing but an upward trajectory, right? Like, I mean, not to just circle back around, but that genie is out of the bottle. You've got casinos reaching out. Fontainebleau was great, but now we step over with Caesar. It's like there's no slowing down at this point, despite any opinions that have been thrown out there. Because from day one, it's just like UFC. It's like, will this take on? Will people understand? Will people find the charm? And it's like, absolutely. This is no longer just whoever off the street throwing a slap. This is people that dedicate life and blood. It's a sport now.
No, 100%. It is. It really, we talked about it on our last interview, I believe, just how like D1 athletes, people that are in the military or no longer in the military, there's something inside humans where we want to showcase our physical abilities. And once that caught on, along with the clout, with the branding, along with the the energy, every other card, it gets bigger and bigger. Yes, we're getting like people that are coming on board, going, "Oh no, you got to go through me now," and it's amazing. It's amazing, man.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the Romans and the gladiators, man. As you say, there's been a desire for competition since the dawn of time. And I think that's why we're catching so much steam. Is the UFC is my favorite sport of all time, but whenever it comes down to the consumer value, this is the modern gladiator sport. You've got a podium, you've got two men. What's your power? What's your chin? So I think we're starting to catch on. It's the modern gladiator sport.
Yeah, dude, it's so cool to be a part of it. So looking to your man Vince, you guys, it doesn't seem like there's real animosity there or whatever, but we do need to take care of business. Have you been able to, how do I say this, brother? Like, do you still talk back and forth as the card leads up, or you guys, even though you're friends, are you kind of separating your ways until the job's done?
I don't want to speak on his business and the conversations that we have had, and I know you didn't request that, but we're continuing to stay in touch. I don't think it'll be any different. We very well thought that we would fight back in Vegas, and I think with me and Vince, it's very much so. He knows I'm a danger. I know he's a danger. we've even agreed that so much of this hinges on coin toss. I think that I know that I'm getting my hand raised, whether it be knockout or decision, my hand will be raised by the end. But in order to achieve that, there can be no mistakes, there can be no excuses because Vince isn't a man to be slept on. And he knows I give him that respect, so I'm sure he's training for me just the same.
Yeah, no, we'll get him on here, man. We'll get his side of things. Absolutely. But dude, you know what's funny? Every interview today, and I'm gonna do it again. I just gotta tell you from a fan's perspective, like I'm so excited for everybody, man. Like literally every match on this card, there's just a different tweak to it. Like it's more personal, you know what I mean? And I'm so excited to go there, see you live finally. We can finally high five in person, you know what I mean? And just watch the whole weekend do its thing.
Man, I'm telling you, I got so excited. That's why I slid up on your story. I was like, bring everybody, man. I've been waiting to meet you for what feels like so
Yeah,
long now.
dude.
It's like every day we're training, we're waiting for the call. But I told you from a fan's perspective, they're like, you asked me what are you most excited about for Saudi? And it's like, well, I want to win, but also there's X, Y, Z, all these people that like they're just names to me that we like each other's stuff, but when do we get to shake the hand? Like so it's great to hear that you're going to be in New Orleans. That Head Rush has been waiting to meet me for ages. So there's
Man, that's right. They haven't
yeah.
met you yet.
No, 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 no. I've been through like two different people. Even
Wow.
talked to the owner at this point. I've had a phone call with the owner. Like he wants to personally meet. I'm supposed to flown out two different times, but as everybody that has the interview with me knows, it's like I'm 6 days a week. All the time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's real. Dude, that'd be cool. So I actually met the owner in Vegas for the first time. He's dude, straight up baller, man. Cool guy, super nice, super humble, answered questions I had. So that's huge, man. I'm excited for you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
And who knows? You knock out a few other fools, maybe a strap comes your way, you get a t-shirt. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, there's been a couple people get the shirt before the strap. All I'm saying is they have loved the
That's
Northman all
true.
the way up. You know what I mean? I say get me in the top 5 and we might see a striker tee. I'm so sorry, dude. That cicada is coming in like a maniac. That's loud.
No, bro, you're fine. You're fine, man. No matter what happens, the audio won't pick it up. So you're good, dude. Swat away.
Okay.
Swat
All
away.
right. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Could you hear that? Because if not, that was crazy. That thing was wild.
No,
That was nuts.
no, dude. Honestly, I couldn't hear anything. So maybe we're in the clear.
That's yeah. Well, hopefully so. If not, then we just put a big hitch in the pod for no reason.
Hey, it's just tradition now. We had the beehive. We're not scared of no cicada.
No. Oh, dude, that was my first one too, and I'm like fighting bees off. And afterwards, I walked in, and
Yeah, man.
I just blew that. I just blew that so bad. It ended up being funny, But at the time, I was like, that's it. My first interview was blown by a beehive.
No, dude, you know what's hilarious? I was after this last weekend, I was finally, I believe it or not, I have not looked back on the podcast at all. It's just been like drinking from a fire hose, I swear, dude, the last almost year. But um that not only was that interview your first one, we were still getting to know everything. And I remember our dog was barking in the background. So I look at Timmer, I'm like, you want to get this? And he goes, sure. And I I freaking left him and then came back to the interview. That's a core memory, man. That was awesome. We've grown since then, all of us.
Yeah, but he done so well. Even then, he was like, "So about your fight, he hooked right in." Like I was sitting there thinking, like, "Dang!" Like I mean, kid took the lead, but he's got it, so we're good.
Yeah, man, right on. Now he's working on that driver's license. So we'll see him when we see him. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, dude. Once the license gone, we'll see him less. What do you mean? We're just gonna be the one slap son.
It is, man. It's gonna be, I keep threatening I'm gonna change this to slap dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
But dude, how's your girl feel about it? How does the people around you feel about it? Are they gonna come to the fight, any of them?
So I've got a couple people that are trying to show up. Obviously, there was a little bit of confusion with an opponent thing, kind of maybe. So like, I didn't even want to tell everybody to immediately jump in, jump on. We're good to go. So there was some questions at first. My boss, my actual like contract owner with FedEx, he's planning to buy a ticket. He's got a flight planned already. We're
Oh,
me and the
yeah,
lady.
dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So similar to Wolverine, not to like not to compare, but all of our trajectories are similar. I'm very much so in the point right now to where the home is the number one focus. Renting nowadays, it's like, all right, it just feels like throwing away money. So we're wanting to try to go ahead and get a place. So as much as me and the lady want to experience New Orleans together, this is fight week. Like I'm not in let's go see the scenery space. So we both agreed for now, let's go ahead and just halt on like the vacation style. They'll let me roll. And so moving forward, I want to bring them with me. That's my people, that's my support system. But right now we're erring on the side of greed. All we can pack and come home with, including hopefully a KO bonus. You know what I mean?
No, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And you know what? The sport's always going to be there. So you know what? I applaud you for that. Let's always stay focused until the timing is where it needs to be.
That's my number one thing. I'm only 25 now, but I've done a lot of living in 25 years, and I've made a lot of decisions that's immediate return that down the road, obviously 9 times out of 10 come up to bite me in my ass, just for lack of a better term. So
Yeah.
even now, even at this age, I'm just trying to focus on slowing down and actually looking at that 5-year plan type of thing. Like, what do I actually want? Because I feel like it's now or never. And that includes even outside of Power Slap. It's just, this is that age, this is that time. I have to execute, but that includes in this sport, and the sport is the biggest part of the plan for my execution. That's why I've got to succeed.
No, dude, I love that. And then, shit, man, I forget you're 25, bro. Yeah, dude, I know I'm preaching to the choir a little bit. And look, we never know what tomorrow holds. We can't predict the future. We don't know you know what I mean? But the fact that you realize that, and at the age you are, to be a part of something that's growing like fucking, earthquake. The future is there's a lot of opportunity, and you realize that, which is huge.
Well, and I mean, I've been the guy all the way through. How do I say this? I always want to show respect where it's due without ever kissing ass. Nobody likes a bootlicker, but I very
Yeah, I
much
get you.
understand. I very much so understand like the opportunities I've been given. I'm a guy, you commented before, if you don't mind me saying, you commented before the podcast started that I'm always outside. I'm always in nature. It's like, this is who I am. My family is right down there right now swimming, like this is me. And it all comes back to the root of that. So I feel like a guest whenever I'm on these events right now. And yeah, like I want to be champ. I want to be champion. I want to have all the stars, all the lights, but I'm humble, man. I mean, I understand what's been put in front of me. So I'm always giving gratitude to you guys, to Erica, to Frank, to Dana, to Dana fucking White, man. Of course I'm gracious. But it's just I've always been that way, and I don't intend to change that. You guys are the reason that we get to be where we're at. You know what I mean?
Man, that's huge. That's such a proper perspective, dude. I mean, even today, there's been some comments on some of the interviews of, a lot of guys, and maybe you're in this boat, man, where they're literally learning social media in real time. So it's a different thing because you literally see and feel the hate comments or the bitch comments. And you also see and feel the love comments, the positivity. And to have that on that perspective, from jump, that you have is, dude, I think that's going to pay dividends long run. I really do.
I hope so, but once again, that's why I mention it, because you can err on the side of respect and you can also be to the point of aggravation and annoyance. And with me, dude, it very well could be annoying sometimes because I'm always like, thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And, if I'm overbeating a drum, then somebody's going to tell me. But until they do, I will continue to show gratitude, So
Yeah,
that's how
dude.
it is.
No, amen to that. Well, dude, I don't know much more to say. I mean, you got any last words? No pun intended. Any last words for Vince before next weekend?
It's all love. And he knows what's up, man. Vince knows what's up. Keep practicing, keep running. Make sure you're on weight. Make sure you're healthy. I want the best version of the Mercenary. You're getting the best version of me, and let's make a fucking show, bro. Let's make a show.
I love it. All right. On that note, Power Slap 14, New Orleans. This guy's going to show up, show out. Everybody, give it up for Tyler, the Northman Grossman. Hey, Tyler, let's let this bitch upload it. We'll hang out for a minute.
Sorry.
All right, Vince, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. All right, everybody. Welcome to Slap Zone. We got the man in the building, fresh off catching the biggest fish God has ever seen. He's ready for Power Slap 14, going against the Northman. You feel me? Everybody give it up for Vince Tracy.
Let's go. Excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Let's go. Dude, I'm so pumped. We spoke in person a few cards back, and now here we are talking. Dude, you got a fight coming, son.
I'm more than excited. I've been itching to get back up there, especially being to a lot of the events and seeing the guys do their thing. And now I finally get my chance to actually do it myself. So yeah, I'm more than excited to get up there and feel the jitters, feel the nerves, and hopefully get that W. And I'm planning on it. So
Dude, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Have you seen or even seen a few times Tyler's first match that he had where the beard was all braided down and everything?
now was that his first match against Rod you're talking about, or the one against Sean Kilmartin?
No, Kill Martin.
Oh, Kilmartin. Yes, yeah. So I think he had three braids or something like that, or three little elastics in the beard. But mind you, that his beard I think was a little bit bigger then than it was now. I could be wrong there, but I'm not sure if that's really going to matter to me, honestly, because I mean I'm going to really hone in and really feel out feel out the jaw and stuff to get where I need to go and put it on the money.
No, dude, I love that. You know, it's funny. We had talked a little bit, Tyler and I, and he was waiting for a fight, right? And so he had this idea that maybe if he shaved his beard off, because everyone was talking about beards then, how it was, they shouldn't have them and all this kind of stuff. So he thought about shaving it off. And to be honest, I'm glad it didn't have to come to that, and he can just go out and fight you. You know what I mean?
Well, it's actually funny because we actually talked about it, and he mentioned he's like, "Man, I'll shave it off," and I'm like, "No, man." I'm like keep your beard. That's that's your identity. That's who you are. I'm like, it's not you're not one of those guys that just like all of a sudden grew a beard to like, you know what I mean, like thinking that you may have an edge or something like that. So I mean, he's had that for a long time to grow it that nice. You know what I mean? So to me, it's just a little bit of an obstacle, but I mean, if I want to go against the best guys in the world, I should be able to challenge myself. Beard, no beard, it shouldn't matter, right? So I feel like I should be able to perform no matter what, and that's the plan. So I have definitely taken some precautions to plan and I guess adapt to the beard, I guess you could say.
Gotcha. It's so funny, right? Did you ever think you'd have a situation in life where you'd have to adapt to the beard? That's so funny, dude.
No, no. Honestly, if you would have told me 10 years ago that this is what I'd be doing for a living, I would have laughed in your face and told you, you're crazy, kind of thing. But yet here we are. So,
dude, I love it so much. There's been a common thread in these recent interviews for the card coming up, and that is when I sat down with everybody in Las Vegas this last card, dude. It was there was just a different feeling, and I really feel like that power slap is starting to become a thing, right? And I want to ask you, do you feel that as well? Every day it seems to get a little bit bigger, a little bit badder, and you're literally a part of all this now, dude.
I mean, it's been incredible. Like for me, I've been a fan first and foremost. So watching season 1, watching season 2, and just seeing the fan base grow. I mean, even my numbers on social media accounts have starting to grow and really develop. And I mean, I would never have thought I had people from all around the world. It's great that all the local support I've gotten too. And even at first, like people were pretty skeptical, right? Asking me a lot of questions. And then I kind of break it down and explain some of the technique that's behind it. And people are like, wow, okay, so there's a lot more to this than just you just standing there and a hope and a prayer that you're not going to get, KO'd or something like that. Right. And I'm like, no. Like there's a way to absorb it. And there's certain things that you do. And so people are starting to understand. And I think that like people are having a lot more appreciation for the sport and all the work that you do too. Cause I mean, a lot of people are like, do you even do cardio? Well, of course I do. You know what I mean? I do a little bit of everything because I consider myself like an athlete, right? So, I mean, I do as an athlete does, right? Is at the end of the day, and you want to prepare your body the best you can to perform the best that you can. So,
No, I love that answer, man, because it's so polarizing and so quick. So in one way, you can understand people's misconceptions because on social media, they're just scrolling and then they stop because they see this, this polarizing clip of people getting knocked out. But you're right. With it becoming more of a thing, excuse me, The fuck? Sorry, man. I got a fucking,
That's the
fucking
worst.
hair in my mouth.
That's the worst, dude. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, no, you gotta get that out of the way, dude.
Dude, I'm keeping that in because we do real life on this podcast to get the hair out of my tongue.
Perfect. Yeah. Hey,
No,
that's the
but
authentic.
you're yeah, dude. But you're right. It's not guys that are filling out applications right now just off the cuff. I mean, look, they might have something going on that we're not aware of, but more and more, especially recently, these last two cards, it's not like that anymore. People are putting in legit training. People are putting in legit thought, and then people are legit studying how others do it, how they can do it on their own. And yeah, who would have thought 10 years ago this would be like a thing where you can get paid, you can get notoriety, you can have some fun at the same time? I mean, holy shit, right?
Well, that's just it, and yeah, and I can only imagine the community as a whole for this whole slap ordeal is gonna just grow that much more, especially a new state for state out of Vegas. I feel like it's just gonna grow so rapidly and so quickly. Like me and Dakota were even talking about it with a few people that from the small island here, and the same thing. They were saying like it's just crazy how quick it's growing and how much more potential it has to grow, right? I mean, look at where the UFC is and look at how much time it took to get there. I mean, you can almost cut that into a third from what, Dana was able to accomplish with UFC compared to what powerslap is already today, right? So, I mean, it's incredible thing to be a part of. And, I feel very fortunate and very grateful for the opportunity to even perform on such a big stage, right? So,
Yeah, absolutely. And you kind of already said it, but to be a part of the first card stateside that isn't in Las Vegas, and that place, I just looked today, dude, it's got to be 80%, 85% sold out. So by the time next Thursday rolls around, dude, you're going to be slapping in front of a sold out arena, dude.
which is incredible. And I couldn't be saying it any better than I'm literally living the dream. Like that's the best way I can put it. Is like this is going to be the biggest crowd yet that we've had. I don't know if did you see the setup of how it's going to be? It's almost like everybody's going to be kind of looking down. It's almost like a pit, like how it's all laid out. So instead of the stage being up like in Vegas, and you know what I mean, kind of it's all going to be going up and the stage is at the very bottom. So it's gonna be really, really cool. It's gonna be
Really,
the setup is gonna be very, very interesting. Yeah, like if you get a chance, go on just the layout of the arena, and it'll kind of show you and stuff. And there's pictures, like you go on Google or whatever. It's incredible. I'm really excited because it's gonna be a different feel, right? Like I mean, I feel like even if you have nosebleed tickets, you're gonna have just as good, if not a better view than the guys that are gonna be essentially floor seats kind of thing, right? So. Yeah, I think it's going to be a unique experience in Louisiana. It's going to be really cool.
dude, that's awesome. Dude, to be totally honest, I didn't know that. So it's going to be more like gladiator style, like back in the day, dude.
Yeah, Coliseum kind of. Yes, exactly, exactly that kind of feel, and that's why I'm like, oh, this is going to be like my second home if we come back to Louisiana after this, because I think it's just going to be awesome. Like I'm more than excited to see it and get the feel of just being up there and that, like you said, having the crowd there is just going to be incredible. It's going to be wild, I'm sure. And I mean, even the card's stacked from top to bottom. Like there's not a fight on there that it's not good. You know what I mean? There's going to be some great action through and through.
No, dude, 100%. I was saying just yesterday that they brought all the bangers out for this one, man. All the bruisers, and they got a lot of the people that are not shy on the mic either. So you got both sides of the game. You got some talkers and some massive strikers, dude. I'm so pumped. And with you and Tyler going at it, I mean, that'll shake up your division. Like it really will. No matter the outcome, that's going to shake up your division.
Well, and that's exactly, I think, what the matchmakers kind of had in mind. Like, let's shake up this welterweight bottom. Let's ruffle it up a bit, mix some things up, and let's see what happens. I mean, especially with Rod facing both of us, like for him, he was saying like it's going to be really interesting to see this outcome because. I mean, it could very much go either way, right? And it's going to be, who's evolved more, who's, more technical, and then of course, who's prepared come fight night, you know what I mean? And who can bring it when the pressure's on and the lights are on us. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm excited.
As you should be, man. As you should be. So I saw last night or early this morning, you went out fishing. Looks like you struck some gold, man.
Yeah, so out on the island here, we went out and we caught some mackerel. So we had some live bait, and then we went out and got my first sea bass, which was, I think he was 4 pounds. Like it was a hefty fish, and it was actually
Bro, it
last
was
night.
big.
Yeah, it was a hefty and he put up a great fight. It was awesome. It was like the experience. It was funny because when I came out here, me and Dakota were originally talking about doing this. I said, well, if I come out, like the first thing or one of the things I got to do is catch a sea bass, because one, I've never fished off a beach or anything like that whatsoever, and then two, like they're monsters compared to what I'm used to back home, right? So it was just incredible experience, and I mean the whole experience on the island has just been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, everybody's like the nicest people, so supportive. Like it's been an incredible experience to be here, and then of course to get the training in and to work with someone that's a similar height as Tyler as well, I think is going to really help me hone in my strike, and then also on the defensive side, see what different angles maybe Tyler can throw at me from that height, right? So yeah, it definitely helps, and vice versa. I mean, Dakota also has, like, I think I'm maybe an inch taller than Robert Trio. So I mean, same thing. Like we can kind of try and mimic, what they're going to throw at them, versus and then what they're maybe going to do defensively too, to kind of almost simulate the slap fight and kind of get. I guess it's the closest thing you can get to sparring, right? In our sport, right?
No, you're right, because you can't really. No, you're right. To practice your abilities in power slap, you can't really mimic it exactly. So to have someone that is similar in height, to have someone that's similar, in stature, is got to be helping quite a bit.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely helped us get dialed in, and I'm excited to get down there and put on a show for you guys. I really am.
Yes, dude. Yes. Well, I'm pumped too. We just found out today that we can have a live podcast Thursday night with Gorilla Beverages. They're like the alternative beverage of Power Slap or something like that.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so I don't know who could show up, to be honest, Vince, because it's going to be Thursday night late, but it is happening, and so we'll be able to experience a show aspect of it, and then also Friday we're going to be there as fans, bro. We got tickets front row, and we're going to be right there screaming our lungs out with you.
Perfect. I'm looking forward to hearing you.
Yeah, dude. Well, hey, man, I think anything else you want to put out there? I mean, you and Tyler, the camaraderie is real. There's no real heat or animosity. But if there's anything you want to say to Tyler, or you're coming or whatever, or I mean, I think we've covered our bases. But bro, I'm excited for you overall. I really am.
Oh, I really appreciate that. And I mean, yeah, no, like my message to Tyler's been pretty much the same. It's, I hope he brings everything and he's 100%. And, so there's no excuses. We can leave it out on the line. And, no, I'm really excited to share the stage with him. And I mean, like out of any of the guys out of the season 3, at first I thought he was the one that was going to have the most potential and give me the hardest, challenge. And so it's incredible that now we actually get to go up there and put it all on the line and see who's the better man at the end of the day. I'm truly excited. Sorry about that.
No, I'm excited, man. And oh no, dude, you're good. You're good. I'm excited as well. I know the whole Scott household is excited as well, and the fact that it's on YouTube now, everyone can watch. That doesn't come with us, like the boys and things like that. But no matter what happens, you got to know you're going to put on a show, and I'm happy for you, man. Where can everyone follow you on social media so they can follow everything you're doing?
So on social media, it's usually Vin the Mercenary. Usually it might be a period Vin the mercenary, or just Vin the Mercenary on TikTok. I'm pretty sure Instagram and Facebook. Facebook's just my name, Vince Tracy. But Instagram is Vin the mercenary. So I'm pretty sure if you just type in Vin, I pop up pretty much right away. So appreciate it.
Yeah. Fam, if you can't find the exact handle, just type in Vince Power Slap and you'll get him for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
You'll something will pop up anyways.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, brother, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so happy we got to sneak you in before you go off to NOLA, and all love to you and everything that's happening to you.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you again for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's let this bitch upload and we'll just hang out for a sec.
Yeah, sounds good, brother.